Hello, Dull Bedsit Blogger here, and I'm doing another going to work power walk. So, guys, there's something in the media that is happening at the moment, which is about a media celebrity from England who is at his height of fame in the 70s and 80s, Jimmy Saville. No doubt if you're from England, you know, but I know I have a few viewers who aren't from England and might not know who Jimmy Saville is. Jimmy Saville was a radio DJ, television personality. He used to run marathons for charity and do a lot of children's TV. And he died last year. And over the last couple of months, there have been lots of allegations of him being a paedophile. And, that's kind of... He's died, so he no longer has power of the victims. That sort of thing, it often happens once someone dies, they have power of the victims. But what is generally pissing me off about the whole media shitstorm is that it's turning out that it was like there may be hundreds of victims of him, and the whole time he kind of tricked us by hiding under a crazy persona. You know, when people said it turns out that he was a paedophile, people go, oh yeah, I suppose that was, yeah, no surprise really. But you know, he, by being so blatant, he's like the old man who lives in The Family Guy. Oh, hello little children. You know, that no one ever really mentions that he's a paedophile, but he doesn't make any hiding of it. You know, to be honest, it was kind of sort of obvious that, you know, he was hiding under being so obvious that no one would believe that he was one when he was alive until people made allegations. Now, the newspapers are really cracking into this and going, the BBC must have known something, and he's been covered up. There's a massive cover up. There were various news investigations which were dropped by the BBC, and the thing that's annoying me about the newspapers doing this is, like, yeah, they call themselves investigative journalists, and they didn't do a story on it either. You know, they could have broken this open. You know, I thought they were supposed to know whatever's going on and everything, but no, they didn't break it either, so they're equally as part of the blame. And I think another part of the whole thing that we got to look at, it was a very different time. I'm not excusing for what he's done, because he has done some pretty grotty things. I'm not excusing what he's done at all. He appears to have been a complete pervert. It's the fact that he, nowadays we've got a lot better at being able to flag issues up so they're able to be investigated before they blow up into this kind of massive situation. In theory, hopefully. At the time, this is the 70s and 80s, women had only just really got equal votes, equal pay. So it's kind of, and you know, being a woman in the workplace then, you were still, you know, disrespected. It's like, you know, the general culture of the 70s would have, you know, as it's only a pretty relatively recent thing that people, you know, the acknowledgement that there are actual paedophiles. There was always kind of a bit of, well, no, there's no one like that. It's kind of, that'd be disgusting. Who would do that? You know, it's only recently that the authorities have fully got behind looking into things. What we need to be looking at is the fact that he had kind of free access to several major hospitals, which there's stuff that has been picked up, and people knew then that he was into younger people, and he's given his own little flat in Stoke Mandeville Hospital. He was almost given free rein to wander around Leeds Hospital. There was another hospital that he was able to just wander around in. It's those people that should be being investigated. The BBC, yeah, it's shit that no one actually managed to get around to exposing these things. You know, it was a kind of a bit of a rumour thing. You can't go around doing stuff on rumours. That's what the newspapers do, isn't it? And you know, that's an entertainment industry. The places that should be being investigated really heavily on what was going on, how this could have got to as much as it did. The people that are in charge of the hospitals, and it's, you know, like I said, we've got to sort of like step back and stop looking at the situation with our year 2000 heads on, and start looking at it with the 70s head on. Sorry, I had to stop that then because I was walking past a bus stop that was quite busy, and I didn't really want to be talking about Jimmy Saville out loud while walking past a bus stop. What I meant is, we got to have our 70s head on, is the general culture then. When I was at school, at middle school, this is before you go to secondary school, after infant school, there's a sports teacher there, and all the kids used to call him a pervert. It was never once brought up. Eventually, like years after I'd left, he was asked to leave. And it's like, I know for a fact that now, if there was to be, the kids were to have rumours about a teacher like that now, there would be an investigation. There would be, really quickly. But this had been going on for years, and it wasn't just tittle-tattle, because there was so much of it going on. On Facebook, someone put a picture of him in my old school's group, I have never seen such a long list of people writing pedo, pervert, this man shouldn't have been a teacher. So it wasn't just celebrities who were able to get away with this kind of thing. It wasn't an isolated case. People have to look at that. We have, generally the authorities have got a lot better at being able to investigate. People know who to turn to when to investigate and how it should be investigated.